Hi Leo, Sun, Moon, and Ascendant. This is Dane, and I'm going to be doing your July 16th to the 31st, 2025 reading for you. Now, I ask if this reading resonates with you. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. It helps me out tremendously, so thank you so very much for doing so. And if you're interested in a private reading, a private personalized meditation, a healing, or a gift card, check out my website, danehartguidedmessages.com or daneharttarot.com. They are linked in the description box below. Now, before we begin this reading, let us clear the energy space, raising our own energy vibration and releasing any negativity. This cleanse and meditation will be accompanied by a loud sound. So take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. Releasing all negativity from the body like storm clouds, letting yourself feel calm, centered, and at peace as we enter into this safe and loving space. All right, Leo. Let's see what the tarot has to say. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly, angels and spirit guides. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly, angels and spirit guides. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Okay, Leo, give me a moment to take it all in. Okay. So at the heart of the last half of July is justice. So really seeing things come into balance, come into order for you is going to be something that's really exciting. I'm excited for you here, Leo. So justice is also Libra energy. September 23rd to October 22nd is the time frame. It's things coming into balance. It's also being just and fair with yourself and not, sitting there and trying to do everything for everybody. Everything has to be just so, fair and just that you forget about yourself. You know how that happens. So here, there's justice, there's balance, there's things coming into harmony with each other. But it's also saying, what is fair for me as I move forward? And it moves us then to the challenge, which is Cancer energy. This is a time frame of June 21st to July 22nd. So we're actually coming out of Cancer time frame during this time and going into Leo time frame. So we'll feel a lot more comfortable in Leo time frame, but the challenge can be the last few days in Cancer. That can feel challenging, but it can also be that there's a surge of emotions, right? So justice is being very logical, being very practical about things. And then the Chariot is emotions. It's all emotions leading us forward. So we can find that emotions want to override what we are logically seeing or logically thinking or understand. So do be mindful about that during this time, especially with emotions running amok. It just, like when the Chariot is a challenge or out of sorts, right? It is amok. It is other people's emotions, running all over us. It's our own emotions running all over the place. And it's just that chaos that comes from too much. It's too much. So do be aware of that. Little by little, you don't have to get everything done that you want to during this time. Step by step, little by little is going to be very good for you. it moves us then to where we need to focus. And this is the Queen of Swords, air sign energy, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. But this is also on our mind and our voice and what we want and how we want to move forward and how we want to be perceived. The Queen of Swords is the most masculine of all the queens. So there can be this sense here of, how do I step into the role I want to be seen as? How do I embrace my voice and my power? Where is it that I want to be? The Queen of Swords, she doesn't doubt herself, but I do see this as where we need to focus on is not doubting ourselves, is moving forward in power and assurity and determination. It can be looking towards an air sign energy, again, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, for guidance or understanding. Air sign energies love to talk. So if you're like, hey, let's talk, usually an air sign energy is up for it. So just be aware of that. That's also reiterating and amplifying justice, which is Libra energy. So do know that during this time, that can be a very powerful energy, but also a very powerful time frame, the Libra time frame. It moves us then to the energy that is now moving away. And this is the Lovers. So this is Gemini energy. Time frame is May 21st to June 20th. It can be that a love affair has ended or a relationship has ended. That can be a very obvious interpretation of the Lovers. But there is also this sense of like, we embraced what we loved, right? We had the passion, we had the intensity. Now it is putting everything in order. And I know for some, it's like, well, I didn't have that passion and intensity, but it can also be that you untangled yourself. Like you could have untangled things that could have been like really, well, tangled. But like there's two sides of you here, Leo, that come forward. And there's two sides of a Gemini always, right? Of Gemini energy, of the Lovers, there's always two. And so there could have been this duality to yourself that you needed to untangle. And now you need to love both aspects of yourself, but that healing, that untangling, that has been done. So that's going to be very important for yourself during this time as well. It's embracing passion. It's embracing what you love. It is embracing joy and an intensity to life, a beauty to life, even if others don't see it. Your strength during this time is going to be the Four of Swords. And this is resting. This is honoring your story. This is, making sure you get to sleep on time, making sure you take care of yourself. Again, coming into balance with you, into harmony with you, what you love, what you want, the way that you want to move forward, and also without outside influences. It's like you don't need anybody else telling you what you should love or how you should love. It's like, no, but this is what my heart is saying, and this is what my soul needs. It moves us then to our near future, and this is the Emperor, very strong Aries energy, time frame March 21st to April 19th. And so we step into our Aries power, into being the king of the emperor of ourselves, how we want to move forward, what we're going after, where it is that we want to be, what it is that we desire. The emperor also is very much in charge. This is very in charge energy. This is my power, this is what I want, this is what I need, this is where I need to be, this is how we're going to move forward. It's being very logical about it all. And Leo, for us, we can get very passionate about things, strength and power moving forward, being seen, that spotlight, the sun that rules us comes in. But the Emperor, right, is representative of Aries. Aries is ruled by Mars. Both of those represent, Aries, Mars are different names from different pantheons, Greek and Roman pantheon, for the god of war. And what we're going to see is that we are embracing our power and our authority through being very logical, very precise, very determined, very focused. And that's going to be highly beneficial to us. We are going to see ourselves moving forward in new ways, in powerful ways, in intuitive ways. But it's also going to be because I soaked in all the information. I soaked it all in. I looked at it from every different angle. There's also a force and a power to us. Very strong masculine energy as well. So Spirit is saying here, this is somebody who is a natural ruler. This is not somebody who is easily, this could be a very strong Aries energy in your life, where if you said to them, oh, you should do this, and they don't want to, they're going to be like, no. And from a very little age, like very little Aries that are secure within themselves, they're like, no, I don't want to do that. We're going to do this. I'm going to do this. And very certain, very determined, very focused. That energy is coming forward for you, and you're going to be able to utilize that quite beautifully. But you also have that energy around you of somebody who is like kind of like taking care of things, but on the other side. Right? On the other side, this is a person who you could have lost, a father figure, a person who is like, I got this and I'm going to be guiding you, right? And there's also the sense that this person isn't I know it sounds funny. This person is not a hopeless romantic. They're like, get it done first, and then we can go into the romance and the love of it all. Like, they could have actually, from the other side, and I know you might get mad at them, but broken up a relationship that just wasn't good. It was following a pattern that was very chaotic, very detrimental. And they're like, okay, now we can get going. Now we can get the job done. So just know that that's just how this person works. And they are guarding you and watching over you. We then have the advice. You're entering into a new season, a new time, a new understanding of yourself. And, seasons do not have to be bad, right? We can sit there and be like, oh, if we're entering into a winter or, a summer or spring, right? We tend to like the summers and the springs, and I love autumn. But winter, we're like, oh, no, I don't want that. But winters are beautiful. I love winter. And so here, whatever season you're entering into, and for every person, it's going to be different. It doesn't follow the calendar. What you're going to see is that you're seeing yourself in a different light. You're seeing yourself take on a different role, a different way of moving you forward, of embracing your power and authority and what it is that you want. And as you do so, you're going to see yourself transform. And here with the advice, it's like, let yourself transform. Don't stay rigid into one way of being. This is going to be a time where you kind of like embrace the flow of things. It moves us then to the environment. And this is the 9 of Swords. So this is worry and doubt and fear and being way too much in your own head. So do be mindful about this during this time. This is why sleep is so important. Spirit's like, you'll be more than willing to worry, 6 different ways to Sunday about not doing things right. So just an acknowledgement of that is going to be really important. That chaos can come in, doubt and fear can come in. It can rob your sleep. It'll make you feel drained. It'll make you feel overwhelmed. And it's just going to do little things. It's kind of like, I don't know, when I'll use myself for an example because, it's the best way I know how. If I don't sleep well, and if I don't eat food that my stomach agrees with, oh my gosh, it can just throw me into an absolute tizzy, and it can make everything feel chaotic. And then all of a sudden, it's not that like, hey, Dane, you didn't sleep well and you're eating food that your stomach does not like. Stop it. It's all of a sudden, everything is terrible. Everything is falling apart. Everything is overwhelmed. So just be mindful about that it can be a few little things that can that can set things off. And then you need to center yourself and then be like, no, okay, taking it too far, right? I've gone too much in my own head, and now I need to bring it back to center. And it's going to really center around sleep. And that's going to be very important for you. There is this concoction. I don't know how it works. I just know that it does work. It's yogurt, pumpkin seeds, banana, and cinnamon. I think the cinnamon is for flavor. But if you eat that like 60 to 90 minutes before you go to bed, it's like you don't need to eat a lot of it. It can be just a little bit. It really does help you sleep. So I'll try to remember, because I always forget. Whenever I do readings, I always forget them as soon as they're done. But if you Google yogurt, banana, cinnamon, pumpkin seeds for sleep, you'll get the instructions. Oh, and then we have the hopes and the fears. This is the 4 of Wands. You really want a celebration. Oh my gosh, Leo, you want a celebration, you want a connection, you want, joy and happiness and dance and love and everything coming in. Love is really important for you. And it's going to be really funny because there's this energy of like feast or famine. Either we're like hopelessly in love with everything or everything is all wrong. So that's why Spirit is saying here, that balance of yourself. You might want to do this with me. I'm doing a Candida diet, which I have been avoiding like the plague. But if you Google that, we can do it together, though we will be doing it separately, right? I'm not going to have anything like to follow. But if you want to do that with me and, cut out, anything that might be like, upsetting your tummy and really cleansing the body, that would be cool, totally. Like, let me know down below. With the 4 of Wands, there is this need for celebration and this need for joy back in your life. And there is this connection with like laughter and fun and beauty coming forward. So that is wonderful. And then there's the fear that there's like the celebration is done. Again, this can be very nihilistic. There's an energy here that's like very nihilistic. It's either all happiness or all it's terrible. And it's kind of like that emperor all or nothing way of seeing things. So do be mindful about that because it can be influenced from the spirit world, and you have to tell the spirit person, like, we need to chill just a little bit. We need the joy. We need the happiness. And they'll be like, oh, okay. Yeah, I totally get that. But until then, they're very focused on getting you to that next level and like having you level up like in a video game. So it's really cute. They really want you to succeed. But here, it's like, let that joy come in, let that happiness come in, put the radio on, dance while you, wash the dishes, or, clean the table, or do just the mundane things that can be so boring, or we can just, kind of like doom scroll online and be like, oh, I'll listen to this while I do that, and just kind of like drone at, like be like drones and like totally tune out the world. It's like stepping back into your body, stepping into yourself is going to be really important. It moves us then to the outcome. Oh, I love this outcome for you, Leo. This is prosperity. This is success. This is the Queen of Pentacles. You've got this. You've got this. As much as it might feel like I don't got this, like this is overwhelming, the Queen of Pentacles, very strong earth sign energy, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. This is laying a firm foundation. This is embracing prosperity and success. The Queen of Pentacles is like, I know my worth. I got this. I know my worth. Sometimes when the Queen of Swords comes up, we can question, right? Is my voice too strong? Am I being too pushy? The Queen of Pentacles is like, I don't have any questions. I don't have any questions. I know what I'm doing. And, that's going to be really important, because when we fully embrace the Queen of Swords, she doesn't question herself either. But we as human beings can question that role, like stepping into it. We can be like, oh, and that's how it feels right now. It's like, oh, do I have the right to say this? Do I have a right to be empowered and emboldened moving forward in this tenacity and then this success? And the Queen of Pentacles is like, yes, I do. Very strong sacred feminine energy is around you to build you up, to help you succeed, to nurture you, to move you forward. Very strong masculine energy, sacred masculine energy is around you to get things done. It's like you're getting places and you're doing things. So that is awesome. You're going to have, it's funny because like you're going to have a desire to see things grow. Like, it's like, I wonder how this grows. I wonder how this works out. It's like, I wonder how the story plays out. And it's going to be something that you're very, very intrigued with. Like with anything, this is going to be a time where you want to create things, but you want to see how it grows, how it works out. Like not just like being like, oh, this is boring, I'm going to leave it. It's like, if you're making something, it's like, oh, I wonder if I can make a pair of socks. Right? Oh, I wonder if I can, make this recipe for dinner. You want to see how it turns out, the finished outcome during this time frame. Very important for you. Just let you know that, because if you don't finish things, it's going to add to that feeling of, I'm just not doing it right, because there's something in you right now, Leo, that's like, I want to see the finished product. It moves us then to our spirit message. Angels and spirit guides, show them clearly. Guide this reading and show them clearly, angels and spirit guides. So this is a turkey. It says, honor your own time of harvest. Offer your gifts and blessings as service to the greater good. I always found this card confusing. And now it's like, it just clicked one day. And it's like, honor your time of harvest. Our world tends to have a time frame. You do this at this time frame, you do that at that time frame. When you're this old, you do this. When you're this old, you do that. Like roundabout. And some people just go completely off the beaten track. And if you're here, you're not really a conformist to time frames and what society says and everything like that. So here with the turkey, it's like, honor your time of harvest. It might come earlier in life. It might have come later in life. It usually comes later in life for people who are here, but like honor those times. And stop seeing yourself as failing. It might be difficult for other people. It doesn't mean it's going to be difficult for you. And also offer your blessings as service to the greater good. It is time to make this world beautiful. It is not time to fill it with more chaos. It has enough of that. It moves us then to our chakra energy. Angels and spirit guides, show them clearly. Guide this reading and show them clearly, angels. This is holistic health. So this is the root chakra. And this is saying, hey, listen to your body. You might want to do the Candida cleanse with me or not. You could be like, nah, not touching that, which I respect. I do understand that. But it's also the sense of, I'm going to kind of go off the beaten track and listen to my body and listen to myself and really connect with the earth and with healing. It's also really embracing like food is medicine, type of mentality, or also like Tai Chi, Qigong, whatever it is, where it's like, I'm claiming my body again. I'm claiming myself again. And that's beautiful. Again, I'm not a doctor. I don't pretend to be one. I'm just telling you what works for me or what I'm, kind of dabbling in at this time. It moves us then to the energy to be mindful of. Angels and spirit guides, show them clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly, angels and spirit guides. This is the 5 of Swords. Be mindful, because there's an energy that is around you that kind of like puts you into the past. And it's like, oh, well, this happened once upon a time, right? Especially around relationships, because it was like profound how that overlapped, right? You might say, oh, where else is it supposed to go? I don't know. But Spirit is like, no, that's a reason. And it can be like, oh, I don't trust myself, or I don't get to have this love, or I don't get to embrace what I love because it doesn't work. And Spirit's like, don't fall for that nonsense. It's because it's nonsense. It moves us then to our subconscious spirit message. And this is the flicker. It says, new rhythms are coming into your life now. You are encouraged to trust and to adapt. There's a newness coming in. There's a change that's on the wind of things, and we can feel it. And so here with the Wheel of Fortune, things are changing, and we're stepping into a new power, new understanding. And here with the flicker, it says, embrace that rhythm, connect with it, follow this new song, this new way of being. You're setting yourself free. And it's like, I didn't know I clipped my own wings. That's the energy that is around here. It moves us then to the throat chakra, subconscious chakra energy is the throat chakra, communication. You are picking up on so much more than just what is said. So be aware of that, Leo, that it's not just what people are saying that you're picking up on. So if you're like, I don't understand why this is freaking me out or stressing me out, you're picking up on everything. You need to calm and center yourself. You are one person who can greatly benefit from meditation, okay? A lot of other signs, yes, it's good for them, but Leo, you have such power. And when you focus that spotlight, because again, you're ruled by the sun, right? That spotlight, that intensity, when you can focus it and harness yourself in that way, are you the most spectacular person ever? So just be aware. It moves us then, but that's also a life practice, It moves us then to our subconscious energy to be mindful of. This is the stars. We have a lot of dreams and a lot of wishes. They do come true, but in their time and in the way Spirit wants them to. So we have a limited vocabulary, a limited way of seeing things, and Spirit will give us our dreams, but a lot of times in different ways than we had envisioned, that we had thought. So that's going to be important here. The star is also like, don't get caught up in the ideas of things, like in the dreaming of things, because the dreaming of things is going to be very enticing. It's not going to be putting it into action. It's just going to be thinking and ruminating on it and kind of like the illusion and delusion of it all, and not the action of it. Right now, Spirit really wants you to focus on the action, because it's like the dream world can just pull you in and be like, well, this is where I'm going to stay. And Spirit's like, no, you got things to do. It moves us then, Leo, to the subconscious tarot message, which is the Six of Wands, which is being victorious, celebratory. It's holding your head up high. It is like, I've got this, and moving with that pride and tenacity forward. And that is absolutely brilliant. All right, Leo. I like that, because that's like subconsciously, you already know you won. All right, Leo. I hope this reading has resonated with you. I wish you nothing but light, love, peace, and happiness. May harmony always be with you. I am sending loving, healing energy to each and every one of you. Let's end this reading with a healing and meditation. So let's take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. May you move forward in peace and in harmony, Leo. May blessings and prosperity always be with you. I love you all. Have a blessed end of July and a blessed life. Bye.